Hi there guys, it's TK here, and today there are a few things I want to do, but to start off with, this one I think I'm just going to be about preparing for themes being added to the Chrome store. So I have no idea what I'm going to name this video. I didn't want to go there until I've done the video. But I did start this morning, then realised I could probably do a recording. As you can probably tell, let me just open it. This may be a little bit laggy for some of you, it may not be, it's the recording software, I've never used it before, but this is what it should have looked like. Obviously it doesn't look like that anymore, I've changed it. I've had to make a few changes, these here, you can see these are not quite lined up for whatever reason, and we've zoomed out a lot further than we should have. On here I've redone that. I did find some other problems. I've also added this box, No Game No Life themes. If you haven't already guessed, the next theme is being added to my site as of today's date. That is not today's date, the 29th of August. No Game No Life will be up there. I haven't finished making those themes yet, unfortunately, but I should be able to finish them and upload them today. I'll just find them. Nope. So much work in here is annoying. I've only made it to theme... Well, I was doing theme 6, but I think I was going to do that with you. We've got some interesting themes coming, that's for sure. I'm sure you'll like them. I certainly do. I may sound like I've got a lisp, but this mic may sound weird. It's also a new mic. But it's actually the old one I was using, but because it's different software, I sound really weird for some reason when I listen back to myself. Anyway, I want to try and make this video as short as possible. So, as we saw from this, we are making 12 to start off with. So, I'm going to assume you at least know the basics of Wix. If you don't know the basics of Wix and you want to know how to use Wix, I'm fine making tutorials. There's plenty of ways you can ask me. If you've been on my Facebook page, which you can find at the bottom of here, which you can't actually see very well, and I should probably change that because, yeah, you can't see that. This is my site, well, Facebook page site, if you want to call it. You can post on here, send me a personal message, or you can go to my actual account, which, if you put my name in, I should be the only person who comes up in the search results anyway. Or, if you want, there's two other ways you can do it. I wouldn't go on request queue because that's nothing to do with it. You could go on news, updates and information and request/report problem here, and I've just found the problem. You can't read half of all this, so I need to change some of this because you can't read it. Although I haven't been on this page in a while, so that's probably why. It actually needs sorting out. Or you can go on GCat anime request forms, or just when it loads, which it can take forever to do because for whatever reason it doesn't work when you're recording. Perhaps I can get it to work on here. What are we looking for? It should work on here. And it does work on here, it just doesn't work anywhere else. Oh, I can't actually do anything physically. But you create your own post by clicking in this little box that says, hey, what do you think? I didn't actually write that, it just did that by default. I should probably change that. Anyhow, they're the two ways you can request themes. Well, actually there's a few there, but... Or on my page somewhere, I think it was here? Yeah, I put my email address if you wanted to actually just email me and request something. But if there's ever something you need to do on Wix or need to know how to do, I'm more than happy to do a tutorial, or a few tutorials on using Wix, because I know how to use it. Not excessively know how to use it, but I can do most things on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the No Game No Life anime page for the themes. Now, we need to find a page which has roughly 12 themes on it, because, well, we don't want to use Data Live for, let's say Data Live for instance. It will take a while to load because there's so much content on it. And my internet connection is not that good. Not when it comes to uploading anyway. It loads. Yeah, on here there's way more than 15 themes. There's 2 that I didn't even know were blank, that I'm obviously going to have to change. You can see it on this page fine. Also the home page, whatever the other page was, wasn't good enough. I'm going to have to put a black border around that site. I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'll leave that for now, because I'll probably mess everything up. Probably going to change that, isn't it? Very good. I think I actually began changing those somewhere. I did begin changing those, I do believe so. I have no idea where I changed or began changing those, so I'll have to find those. I think girls on pants that had 15, if I remember correctly. Yeah, number of themes 15. So I can, well, this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep. So I can use this page. If I sound a little bit dumb, it's because I've just woken up, by the way. It's really early in the morning over here. And I haven't yet, well, I've taken a sip of my drink, but it's a cup of tea, and I need to finish it before I wake up. Right, so we're going to use this page, which means we've got to do a lot of editing to it, annoyingly. We can't duplicate the page from this menu, which allows you to quickly jump to a page. So we go to Pages. If I'm going quick, you know, just let me know, but, well, you can't, obviously. That's a stupid thing to say. If you want a tutorial on this kind of thing, obviously just send me. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the dupe. I call it dupe, it says duplication. And it's going to ask us what we want to call our page. And no game, no life is what we want to call the page. Whether or not it'll change the secondary bar, which it did, to lowercase as well. Now it is going to be hidden from the menus because we don't want it up here, because it's a sub page. It's not an actual main page. I don't know all the jargon and all the names for the different types of pages and what is supposed to go and all that malarkey. I do have Web Designer 9 Premium and I do have Web Expression 4, which are both web creator applications. That one's HTML mainly. But I don't dive into the HTML code, I just do it drag and drop, which is why this is easier for most people. Anyway, now we've duplicated the page. We are, let's just make sure, yes, we are on a duplicated page. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. New, so what we're going to do is we're going to click here, and I'm going to drag it to here. E becomes before the L, so it'll be underneath that. Hidden pages have the eyeball on it, obviously, because they're hidden. And all anime pages are hidden, because you need to access them via the anime GC themes. They don't need to be on this head bar. Not that any of the information I've given you so far is going to be very useful. I don't know, actually, it might be. Anyway, we're going to edit this page. First of all, we're going to go through the lengthy process of removing all the links, because, well, these all are linking to these themes. We don't need to link to these themes. And you can tell they're linked because they have this blue dotted line underneath them. This means, oh, we are linked. This button here says remove link. This one's to create the link, so obviously we're going to be removing the link. This video hopefully will be short. Short and sweet, but you never know. Depends how many other problems I stumble across that I go, no, they just need to be fixed now. So far we've come across a few that I tend to spend a while messing with until I actually fix. Sorry, this is very lengthy. And the last section we actually don't need, if I can select it. And what we're going to do is I measured these out using my good old measuring stick, which just plonked it right there in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick that there. Yes, we know. That's just letting me know that things outside here may not be viewed. It will be viewed, depending on the size of the screen you have. If you're on a laptop, this border dotted line will probably be as far as you can see. But if you're on a huge, well, mine's not huge, mine's 1080. My resolution's just a normal 1080p resolution, which is 1009, what's that resolution there? 1900, I can't speak today, seriously. Anyway, this is not Girls and Pantsers, so we will be removing basically everything. It'll just be a blank document. I was going to create just a blank document to copy from, but I don't know if Wix? Giggity. I don't know if Wix has a page limit, and I don't want to go over that page limit if it does, because if it does have a page limit, I'm going to have to create a second site that somehow works off the first one, which is going to be a challenge, but fun to try. So when I finally binned all these, which will eventually happen, I'm actually going to watch this anime tonight again, because it's just an amazing anime. That gallery will stay there. As you can tell, it's got this little directional navigation. It says there at the top. We're also going to have to change all these names because, well, Skulls and Pantsers. We've done all the theme names, I do believe. Yep, we moved all those. Let's make this easier. And we're going to copy and paste just to make things a little bit easier for us. Well, for me at least. It makes this a bit faster. And this box opens if you double click way too many times and you don't get a result. Okay, dokie, 05. Videos. Oh, 6. I'm not feeling too well anyway today, so I might sound a little bit down or a little bit quiet. Trying my best to keep myself talking, but you don't really want to make up crap. So, this is number 10. My throat's killing me as well. This is number 11. And this one is our theme number 12. And I'm just going to quickly grab this swag. A swag of my drink. That was. I'm drinking tea, if any of you are wondering. And we're going to remove these images, and for the sake of making sure that nothing goes wrong, disappears, or lags out, which tends to happen on my internet connection, I'm going to put in my temporary thingamajig, as I call it. When I find it, it should be in site add-ons, so I don't know why I'm going through all that. And it is, it's there. It simply says this theme's not uploaded yet. There's nothing exciting about that. It's mainly for my use, but if I decide I'm going to upload 2 separate animes, and for whatever reason one gets done and the other one doesn't, you can actually, how do you put it? You can update the site on the website so it's live like it is here, and only update certain pages. You have to update it as one huge site. If you don't want people to see a site you haven't done, then you don't add it to the links for people to find, but I tend to always do that. So people can usually find the site even though there's nothing on it. Or that page should say there's nothing on it. So you can just fast forward this video if you really like to. It doesn't really bother me. I'm hoping by the fact I'm repeating this, you get an idea of how... Well, the idea of this video, when I was creating the video, or thinking of creating one, was to show you just what I have to do to make the themes and to get them published and everything, to show you how lengthy the process of doing this is and how tediously tiring it can be. Especially when you work from 4:30 in the morning till 7 at night, with only 2 hours to yourself during the weekday. It is a very... Well, I usually have no energy. I don't have any energy right now, but I'm going to be gaming later with my friends, because it's Saturday today, so, you know, Saturday. I'm going to be having some fun, and I've just gone through all the themes, and I haven't added the image to it, so stupidly I'm going to go and add the image to it, because, you know, I get carried away and just like removing things, so. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to end this video when I've done the changes to the site, then create another video showing you the changes to how I make the themes, because I know a lot of you have been asking, well, about 7 of you have been asking, because not very many people seem to reply or talk to me, but those who do have been asking how I make my themes, so I suppose I could go over that. I don't mind showing you how I make my themes. In fact, I have the theme editor open right now, because I was doing some earlier on, which were the ones I was doing earlier on. Although, if I close this internet page, when I reopen it again, everything will open again, because I've set it to do that. It's not that I was actually working on them today. When I say I was working on them earlier on, I meant last night. I haven't done anything today other than wake up, yawn, get a drink, and... what's the best word to use? Drag myself to the computer. No, I enjoy doing this, so it's not a problem for me. I keep forgetting you got to double click on those damn things. Come on, there we go. Site add-on, blue picture. So what I'm going to do is obviously show you the site, as I've just said. I'm going to then show you how I make the themes. I'm not going to go through making every single theme. I'm just going to do 1 or 2. I'll probably do themes 11 and 12 with you and get up to speed from there. Because, well, to create the themes is going to take a lot longer than it's going to take to do this site, to be honest with you. Making the themes is probably the longest process, actually. Uploading would be, I think, the second, and the site's the easiest. Well, the site is the easiest to do for me. It might be the hardest thing for you to do. You might like all the typing, texting, all that kind of thing. It's personal preference, really, isn't it? I'm not going to add anything in here because I actually have I? No, I haven't. I call it site for a reason. I have site and themes. I just got to find N, which is there. And the folder doesn't exist, so I'm going to find these images. They might not be in here. Well, there are some in here, but I don't think these are the up-to-date ones. So we're going to go to my computer. Oh, I'm missing some drives right now. Manual backup, which I could have just done there, I suppose. Oh, it's just starting up. It's an external drive, by the way. So it can take a while. Come on. There we go. Now I've opened it, it should be fine. No game, no life. There's actually more images on this drive. I can't find it from looking at it, so I'll just press that. Oh, actually, that's something I need to do. It's not backed up, so I'll go back to my own pictures and do it this way. I don't know if all the pictures I'm thinking of adding are on here, but it looks like they are. We are adding 14 images, so that sounds about right, because 2 of them I didn't do, because, oh, yeah, one of them was a duplication, and the other one, which is that one, had some rings on it. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I personally don't care, but I know some people will go, no, I don't like that as a theme because of that. And I'll show you what I mean by rings. They're not actually rings. They're, come on, find. Where are you? So, they're both the same size, which... This is what I mean up here. It's got these square corners on them. One there and one down here. I personally don't care about these corners. Don't know about you guys, obviously. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. No, there's nothing there. What we do is wait for them to upload, so you can always skip ahead until you see these are all disappeared. Which may take a while because my upload is slow, which is one of the reasons why uploading themes to the store is kind of long and a little bit boring. That's probably the most boring thing about this is the store. The Google Development Dashboard store. The most ridiculous thing created because it's just absolutely stupid. Oh, that's probably the fastest I've typed in a week. This thing is by far the worst thing Google have ever created. It's a development dashboard. Well, developer dashboard. I can never read right. I'm dyslexic, just to warn you guys. So, there's no folders, so you can't sort your themes out into SL world. I can't create one to Miku, which has all the Miku files in it. I basically have 684 themes I have to manually scroll through in no particular order, as you can tell, just to find certain themes to edit, which makes this extremely annoying and hard because Google are a complete pain in the ass. Excuse my French. And just drives me nuts. But once you've gone onto the second page, you can just go here. If you know the page number, you can just get rid of that and go, let's say, page 90? We have a page 90, don't we? No. We don't have a page 90. That's page 60. And it'll take us to page 60. 60. And as you can see, no order. Kentai is all the way here. We got Kentai 29, Kentai 29. I do believe there was a Kentai on page 1. Yeah, Kentai 23. So I would have to literally scroll through 64 pages. Well, I don't know how many pages there are actually. But scroll through each and every single page just to find all the themes for one anime. That's how bad Google Dashboard is. However, I must state, Google Dashboard was never really created for a surplus of themes. It was originally created for apps. It's a developer dashboard for apps, basically. You can have an allotted 20. I wonder if that's done yet. So yeah, these are my other emails. Please don't use them. Those two are actually different ones, got a K in it, but I don't read Avatar, Momentai, and the other Momentai. I only access these email addresses about once a month probably, and I don't really read the emails because it's just crap from games. I use these emails for games and other random shit. Excuse my French. Nymph Nights is the only email I have actually on my phone right now that goes off. Email I check every single day, basically. I know I have 5 in my inbox right now. I believe it's 5. Not that this is any use to you guys. Yep, 5 emails. That game's amazing. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. I'll show you what it looks like. This is the game. Aru Kingdom. I'm probably not saying that right, but you know. If you ever play it, I've been more than happy to play it with you. And I was adding images, which have all added. So I can click all these except for you, because now I think about it, you just unselect all, select you, bin. delete. Forgot there was a select all button there. And we have all the images on here. I'm still going to put that one in even though it's damaged, so to speak. And there we go. We have these. I think that actually makes a nice first image. I'm not sure. Oh, I just moved it. I didn't want to move it. Let's see. I don't know, actually. That might do as a first image. No, actually, I think I like the previous image. Sorry, I spent ages messing around with these damn things. I'll do it in my own time. The messing around with images. So it might not quite look like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to create... Oh, jeez, I can't spell today. Usually I would create the themes and then I would upload all the images together. But because I haven't yet created all the themes, I'm going to make this a little bit harder on myself. When it comes to the site, anyway. No, actually, I'm not going to do it because that's just going to confuse the hell out of me. So, let's see, what else do I need to do? This might not even be big enough. Oh, it is, only just so. And we actually have 12 themes in this. And images, we have something I always forget to change. 14. No, sorry, 13, because we deleted one. And just out of curiosity, I have no idea what time we are on for recording, because I never even bothered to check the clock when we started. So, all I need to do, besides adding images to this, which I'll do when I've uploaded them and they're ready to go to the Chrome store, let's just say downloaded them and made them, we need to find the themes page. We did have one beginning with N already. Did we not? We did, I swear we did. No game, no life. No, we actually did. We actually didn't. So that would actually go below. Da, da, da. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, M, N. It's always coming after that. Sorry, one of those days, guys. I woke up this morning and forgot the alphabet. And for whatever reason, those images are not attached. And should be attached to this. I have to click in the middle to attach it. What we're going to do is we're going to create U. No, we're not. We're going to click U, sorry. Control C, Control V. It doesn't come with the image because for whatever reason the images appear to have detached themselves. I also have no idea. Oh, yes I do. I was using that to separate them. Go to the bottom of that. Select U. I'm going to move U first of all. Oh wow, is that actually not part of that? And it's not. Is it going to move that there? I do believe that is center. I'm hoping. Does that go to the end? It does. Okay, we're going to use Control C, Control V. We're going to attach this annoyingly to the end. What we're going to try and do is that. So that's now level. Unfortunately, because I've added a new theme, I have to rejig everything around, which is never fun to do. Theme count goes dead center. And this little logo of mine just sits on the end somewhere. I don't actually know. Yeah, I put it in level with a theme, didn't I? We need to find edge of the box, which I found many of times, but for some reason kept going back. Find the edge of things. Actually needs to go down one, I do believe. Does it? For whatever reason, this thing can be rather awkward. And I don't know why. You're gonna go over here. I'm just gonna shove you in there. Move you to dead center. I actually need to rejig this around. I don't think this layout's gonna work much longer. It's too much fussing around. I'm alright with fussing around doing this, but... And there's my little camping net, because for whatever reason, it wants to be awkward. It's alright, you can barely even see that anyway. Okay, are we zoomed in? There we are now. What we're going to do is we're going to change this to no game, no life. And it is coming in all 3 sizes, so that's good. There's only going to be 12 themes to start off with, which is also good. And the image I'm going to use will be just an ordinary image. Let's see. I rather like the fact she's drooling, so I think I'm going to use that one. Although these ones are really artistic. I'm not sure. I might change that later on. I think that kind of looks kind of funny, actually. So that is actually supposed to be see-through, but for whatever reason it doesn't register as see-through, so it's giving it a random blue background. So I will need to change that when I get a chance. Making oh, Heaven's Lost Property actually had 12 themes, so we could have just copied Heaven's Lost Property across. This is probably the best place to actually come. I haven't done Gothic themes because for whatever reason I just haven't got round to it, which is so annoying because they're there. They're not done. I don't even think I've started them actually. No. I've got all the images here. There's 14 in the gallery, which doesn't make sense considering there's 15 themes. So I also need to do some checking there. And ordinarily in here I would put the themes as they've been created. So right now I've just got these 3 images I've created, so I know what to do. So that's not a good example. Let's do battle shooter. Ordinarily I would use theme 2 in there, which is it in the Chrome thing already in the browser. There is always a problem, well, it's always a problem, yeah, that's probably the right thing to use, where in actual fact the theme's colours are a little too different, and No Game No Life is especially hard because of the sheer amount of colours in them. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. We are going to close it actually, we're going to open a new Chrome. And we are going to drag and drop the test file across. Continue. I'll show you what I mean by the add. I don't know if this barrel stay at the bottom. I don't... Well, you see, we have a bit of a problem here. I can see those fine, but you guys, when you install this, might not be able to see that blue very well. I know some people have had problems with the blue before. Some of the orange can't be seen. The only problem with these kind of themes is if they're really brightly coloured and amazing like this, colours are going to clash, and no matter what or what I do at least. See, look, pink there, you can't see that says apps. I can, but you guys can't. These are going to clash, and there isn't much I can do about it other than remove the top bar and just make it so that this center piece is the image and not bother with the taskbar at all. But that kind of defeats the object, in my opinion. So I'm going to remove this theme because I now have no theme, which is annoying because I did have a theme. Did I have a theme? I'm not sure I've actually no, I didn't have a theme, did I? I do usually have a theme, but because I'm in testing stage of themes, I keep removing them. So yeah, that's everything so far as for adding images to my site. Sorry, I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. No game, no life. I was supposed to say site, but for some reason did not come out as site. And the date today, well, that date on there is wrong anyway. The last update I made wasn't that late. For some reason it still said it is. It is the 29th of the 8th. My dates are weird because on here I've changed it now so they're all the same. It wasn't originally though. And it is August. And just to warn you guys, I can't actually spell. So if you ever see anything wrong on the site, please let me know. It's not done purposely. That will take you to the page we're going to go to in a minute. This... Oh no, I haven't actually finished, sorry guys. We're going to go to No Game, No Life. We're going to remove the underline because we don't need it underlining. We are going to go back to the anime themes because I stupidly forgot that I need to link this to the page because you guys need to be able to get on the page. I also need to change the image link because that's the Miku and we don't want to be linking there. Forget, no damn not. Ah, jeez, underline again. You can stop it from underlining automatically. I just have it on because I don't know. I have it on actually. I forgot what I was just about to do, which doesn't really help me very much. I have no idea who the background was made by, which is why there's a question mark there. What was I actually going to do? Oh jeez, mind blank. My mind has gone blank, guys. I'm very sorry. Very sorry, but it's really early in the morning. Can't be doing work early in the morning. Well, it's 11:10 in the morning, which is actually quite late, but I didn't wake up until really late because I had a really late night at work, so I slept in. Oh yes, I just remember what it was we're going to do now. There we go. On here is where we're going to go. We're going to go down here. And we're going to find this lovely box I created called my spacing box, which I thought was kind of comical. I don't know about you guys. We are now going to effortlessly go through and select every single thing on this page because I can't just knock it down. Well, I can, but I can't remember how to do that. I probably should learn because it made my life a lot easier. But I rather like doing this, so I'm holding down Control, hence why it just zoomed out because I forgot to let go of the damn button. Which is never a good idea because it can make your page screw up and everything, so try to deselect it when you're going to scroll down. I don't know if my voice is going quiet or loud, so you know, if it's quiet at times or loud at times, sorry. My mic has been turned up as full as it'll go because it has some weird problems. It works perfectly fine when I'm gameplay recording, but for some reason with this software it just likes to be awkward. Right, so that's perfectly good. We're going to edit the slideshow because we're going to leave the last theme in because it's not the right theme, but you know, I don't have any crazy puns to write in at the moment, so I'll just do that. Before I forget, I'm going to save it because I have a horrible habit of just pressing the X and realizing I haven't saved it, which can bite you in the butt if you don't do it right. And just to make this a little bit quicker, I'm just going to copy and paste. It probably won't be the same, it might be the same, I don't know. Remove that, go here, remove a line, because when I paste this, it's probably gonna, well, it's not, but I'm gonna make it do that because it doesn't need to be there. This needs changing before I forget to the right page. No game, no life. It's a general update because it's only themes being added. It is number 34. And once again, I need to remember to change the date because I hadn't on the previous one. It says the 23rd, and it's actually, what was it now? I don't know what it was actually. Today's the 29th of the 8th, and that says the 6th for whatever reason. So I update this page a lot more than I do the home page, so that's definitely wrong. Oh wow, look, 23rd 6, 23rd 6, 23rd 6. One of the things I do forget to do is update these date things at the bottom. So if you see that, I'm very sorry. It's just, you can't remember everything. I need to go back to the home page. So just remember to delete that, select these three, move these three down. I have a lot of pointless updates, I do admit that. I do have some things on here that I probably don't actually need on here. You see, I did this bit on my page right. I've updated these right, so I can take that and make you. So the 30th of the 7th. I'll just save that. Come on. This is probably going to be a long video, so, well, it is a long video. I can feel the time dripping away. News info. The last was Miku seems here, and I do believe it was the 30th of the 7th, which doesn't seem right. And no, it does because we're in the 8th month now. More Kentai, that was of the 7th, I remember that, but the date is right there. New site update and layout was the test site, which is no longer live. I did a bit of fun there with that. I don't know if I recorded that anywhere. layout that was the 2nd of May apparently, which isn't true. It was last month, at the start of last month sometime, so I'm not going to change the date because I don't know the date. I just have to remember to update those dates, which can be a problem. It can definitely be a problem. I haven't anything else to do on the site from what I can remember right away. Everything's done. I can't change the image, although I'm going to change it now I think about it, so I know it's no game, no life. And I don't yet create another thing. We are going to choose. I rather like the look of that one actually. So we're going to choose that one. Very colourful. And that's it, guys. I'm not going to publish the site because, you know, I haven't done anything to needs updating. There's no bugs or anything. So I'm going to save and exit it here, and thanks for watching. I hope you found this video somewhat useful, or give you an insight at least to how tedious it's going to get once you've watched this and probably the other videos on how I make my themes and then upload them. You'll probably see it's quite a lengthy process. So thank you for watching. I've just got to remember how to close the video editor now. I still need that. I do believe it was F12, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, anyway guys, like if you like, don't like if you don't like, and tell me why you don't like it, because, you know, if you don't tell me why you don't like the video, I can't improve or anything like that, unless you don't want me to improve. You're just going to be annoying about it, either way it works. Anyway guys, thank you for watching.